Well, welcome back everyone. You joined me back for another video, and we're off to a good start. Look, lovely blonde ray. I didn't even have a chance to set my camera up, but I was on my second cast. I put out a bit of squid and mackerel, and I was about to set my cameras up, and I noticed my rod had gone a bit slack, and then I noticed it started pulling over quite nice, so I thought I'd quickly get on it in case I lost it or I'd end up dropping the bait. And it was on to a lovely blonde duck. Not a bad way to start the session off. But I'm going to get it straight back. Don't want to keep her out for too long, and I'll bring you back to explain where we are and what we're doing for today's session. But there we are, look, lovely blonde ray. Well, there she is. Going to send her straight back now, back home where she belongs, straight down. Happy days. Let's start. Let's try and get some more. Right, so for today's session we are fishing the monkey tump here at the Bendricks, which is a great little venue because it's just easy to get access to. It's just you park up by well, I suppose it wouldn't be called Sully Council Tip, it would be like Barry, I think it's called Barry Recycling Centre, the local council tip, and you park by there and walk down the beach, and there's just quite a few little ledges to fish off. So it's nice easy fishing. So yeah, we're fishing here this morning for a few hours. Don't plan on it being a long session, but we'll see how it goes. There's a couple of the guys to my left as well. One of them dropped the fish on his first cast, and like I said, I had that blonde on my second cast. That was on mackerel and squid, so that's what I'm going to bait up with next. Out of my rods currently are there's crab on my left, which I just put out there after that ray, and there's mackerel on my right hand rod. So yeah, fingers crossed, you might see a few more fish on here this morning. Got high water at 10 o'clock. It's like a 13.6 metre tide I think today, so nothing too big. Quite a nice size really. The only thing, it is a dropping tide, and when I mean dropping, it's it was a bigger tide over the past few days, and now it's dropping down to smaller tides, which isn't always the best. If I was to pick, I'd rather fish a building tide, but I'm not complaining. So I'm just going to bait up now my up and over, my next cast. So with a bit of mackerel and squid. So there we go. Nice bait ready to go. We're fishing up and overs today with a 4-foot hook link, 7-ounce leads, 80-pound backbones, 50-pound hook links, 5/0 circles, the usual thing. So I'm going to check my right hand rod now and hopefully bring you back with some more fish. Yeah. That was a nice bite, wasn't it? My drag was set quite tight. What I'm waiting for, he's obviously going to be on there. Well, as you can imagine, I put a bit of crab up there, and we now have a hound on. There's quite a strong westerly wind coming through today, so I hope you can hear me fine, and I hope the wind's not wrecking the audio too much. What's that? It shouldn't need to, it should come over. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to go over as well. Right, well, it's taking me around the point a little bit. Put that there and I can always zoom in. Oh, I should It's going right slightly. Going right slightly. There he is on that ledge there. Well, there we go. Put a crab out there and get a hound on it, which is pretty typical for this time of year now. Well, every year the hounds seem to be just on more and more venues. Like before, you wouldn't really catch many hounds here. You wouldn't, not to the point where you would take crab with you. But that's lovely. Happy days. I gotta be honest, I could catch these all day, every day. I absolutely love them. Some people don't really like them so much because they are quite predictable, in the sense that you know they're not the most easiest. They're not the most hard fish to catch. They're quite easy. So, but for fish that's pretty easy to catch and catchable on pretty much any venue you can possibly think of, how could you have more fun? It's brilliant. Well, let's send them straight back, or her, is a female. Let's send her straight back and see what else we can catch. As I was baiting up this rig here with a bit of crab on it, or crab and squid, I noticed my left rod pulled over quite nice, but it's stopped now. It pulled over, took a bit of line off the ratchet, and it's stopped now. So with a bit of joy, you might have another ray set on there. That's on mackerel and squid, that one. That left one, well, they both are actually. They're both on mackerel and squid at the minute. So we'll give it a couple minutes now and see if it returns. Well, that left one hasn't gone again since, so we're going to give it a check. Might be a little ray sat on it, or a dogfish maybe. Yeah, there's something there, I think. Might have just come off, you know. Yep, whatever was on there is now gone. That's a shame. Yeah. Oh well, let's try again. I've had another bite on my left rod on the fish bait again. I think this is on mackerel and squid this time again. Hasn't been up long, you know, for like 5 to 10 minutes. There's a bit of tide there now and it seems like he's keep tripping out, but I just seen it pull over a bit then. I'm assuming it's a fish. Yeah, it seems like it's just going down tide by the looks of it. Let's have a look. Fish on. Pull them back nice. There's a bit of weight there. Yeah, so I'm hoping it's a nice blonde or a thorny or something. It's coming up out there now. I reckon whatever it is, it's twisted over. It just feels weirdly heavy and it's not fighting back. I'm going to spun over. Well, the leader's well out of the water now. It should show itself fairly soon. I think it's a ray that's twisted over itself, got itself tangled. Feels nice though. Just seen the top of the rig. That's a lead. Oh, that's a big ray there. The blonde, it looks a nice one as well. It wasn't spun up, it was just angry. Let's go and grab him. Let's get it around that rock. Probably gonna get soaked in the meantime. But it's a nice fish, so it's worth it. This swell. Go. Nice blondies, nicey nice. Well, there we go. That's a lovely blonde, that one. Bigger than the last one. But as you can see, it's quite skinny. You can see the bone structure in it is quite skinny. There's a big there, look. Mackerel and squid on the old up and overs. Well happy with that. I planned to catch a race today, so that's obviously mission accomplished. I haven't weighed it. I'd guess it's probably about 11 pounds, something like that. Like I said, it's quite skinny, so it should be a bit bigger, but it ain't. That's good though. I'm happy with that. Got a mouth on him, big old gob. Right. Well, I'm gonna send this straight back. So let's do so. There she goes. Nice low double figure blonde. Straight back. Happy days. Nicey niceys. It's been a very enjoyable morning so far. Especially for a session I wasn't even planning on going on. But I was sat in the house last night and I was thinking, I'll wake up and see what the weather's like in the morning. And I'm glad it wasn't that bad, because I wouldn't have come if it was a bit worse. It's picked up a lot now. If it was like this when I woke up, I probably wouldn't have come, to be honest. So because currently a Sunday and I don't normally fish weekends that much anymore, because with the filming now I normally try and work it where I have a day off in the week, because it's easy enough being self-employed. I have a day off in the week to try and do a video and then work on the weekend to catch up for the day, as in to make up for the day I missed out on. So this is very strange actually, fishing on a Sunday. I haven't fished on a Sunday for a long time. And also another reason for that is just purely because the beaches are quiet in the weekdays. There's never normally crowds on the beaches in the weekdays, as you can imagine, with most people being in work. I won't say everyone. So yeah, very glad I came now. I don't even think I'm going to fish that much longer, to be honest. Like I said at the start, it's only really going to be a short session. A few hours out. And what's the time now? High water's about 10, quarter past 10, something like that. Well, it's 10 o'clock now, so we're coming up to high water. And on the drop is normally when it does fish a bit better. So we'll see. We shall see. I've got a few things to sort out later, so can't stay for ages anyway. So see how it goes. I'm just baiting on my next rig anyway, because both of those blondes and the fish I missed earlier on were both on mackerel and squid, so just baiting up another mackerel and squid bait again. Just going to do slightly smaller baits now because there's a bit of tide run, and the rock that I was casting off is pretty much covered up now. Well, it's not completely covered, but I can't get on there to cast. My line's pulling right now, so having a small bait is just going to hold that tide better and stop me tripping down too much, because I don't want to trip all the way down then hook a fish and it go with the tide and it might cut me off. I've had it before, that happening. It was a hound that come about halfway in and they just started swimming right and it went around that and cut me off. But if you react quick enough, you can obviously run round and get over the top of it before it comes too close. It's a nice slim bait. We're almost done there. I gotta be honest, these Riot Joeys, or the Riot Baits Joeys I should say, are absolutely amazing. The juices in them are incredible. They're very similar to a mackerel that's been recently, like freshly frozen. They're brilliant. The quality is unbelievable, and the squid, it's all really good stuff. But the mackerel is amazing because you get the you can buy the bigger ones, but my favourites are the Joeys, so the pack of 4, and they're just the perfect size really. I don't like massive mackerel because when you fillet them, the fillet's really thick, so I end up filleting a thick mackerel and then taking a little bit of meat off the fillet to make it a bit more the manageable bait. But these small Joeys are perfect, so they are brilliant. And like I said, the squid is also amazing. So that's doing the damage today anyway, safe to say that. So I'm going to give these two a little while now. That right one, it didn't go quite as far. The reel fluffed up a bit and I stopped it and it didn't go as far as I could have put it. So I'm going to give it like 5 minutes and bring that in and cast it back out further, which will be that one there. Nice mackerel and squid are up there. So let's trim that back. That's something to bear in mind when you're fishing in quite strong tides, is for the top of your bait, where the hook is, to try and make that as sort of small as possible. Because if you could imagine if there was like a proper flat to it, you're better off having it small and tapered down to the bottom of the bait, because it's going to sit better in the tide. So if you had like a thin bit at the bottom and then big at the top, it's not going to sit as well. It's going to catch more in the tide. Like, it will cast better, a bait like that, but it's not going to sit better in the tide, so it's not going to fish as effectively. So that's nice and aerodynamic there. It's going to sit nice in the tide, cast nice, and hopefully a ray will think so as well and take it in his mouth. So let's get out there. Well, I just put a fresh bait out on my left rod then, a bit of squid, and literally 5 minutes, bite. Nice pullover. I'm not sure whether it's a ray or a hound. It's pulling over now. Whatever it is there. We're on my last cast now, so it's nice to hopefully end the session on a nice fish. Tim on my left just had the hound on mackerel then, so don't know what it took mackerel for, but they're obviously out there. Yeah, he's pulling. Let's go with my other rod first. Let's get over that one. That's a hound. I can only assume it's going to be a hound. Can't see this being a ray. Right, he's just under our feet now. He's not too far out. Right. Let's move the camera. Tim is going to go and land it for us. Say hello, Tim. Say hello. Bigger than the last one. Well, there we go. Slightly better than the last one we had. See, that was on straight squid there. I have got crab out on my other rod, and the line looks fairly slack, so we might have another one on. That's the hook out. Let's give you a better look before we send them home. It's not a bad fish. Probably about 8-9 pound. Happy days. Glad I came now this morning. Nice starry smooth hound look. Well, there's one thing left to do now, send them straight back and try and catch another one before we leave. Well, I think we are coming towards the end of another session. We've completely lost the tide now, so I'm going to make a move. Tide's dropped back a bit now, and like I said earlier on, I've got a few things to do this afternoon. A short, enjoyable session. A few nice fish. A couple hounds, a couple blondes. Missed that one bite earlier on, but enjoyed it though. Quite nice to get out for a short session for a change, because normally I end up going out for a full day, which is going to be quite tiring really. So it's nice to be out for a few hours, enjoy the sunshine for a bit, catch a few fish. So yeah, well, as usual, if I do catch it, well, I've still got 2 rods out there now, so if I do catch anything on them, I will bring you back for a look. But I've got to be honest, I'm not feeling too hopeful. Normally, that as soon as it starts dropping, you get a bit of tide come through, and you get the fish come through and that, and then it goes quiet once you lose the tide, which is what I've done now. So I don't think these two are going to produce anything, but if they do, I'll bring you back. So I'm going to start reading them in now. So as usual, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.